Welcome to the Nordic Stitches podcast. This is a incoming goodies special. I'm gonna start with this, which is my inheritance, and I will do some b-roll here and include while I talk about it. My great-grandma, most likely we think, had this wheel, and if it's not hers, it's my great-grandma's. I did not know of its existence until last spring, so spring of 2018. It is an amazing wheel for the age. It is actually so much intact that I will be able to spin on it, which is freaking amazing. My mom first told me about this wheel. I know that it was very normal for people to have spinning wheels back then, but I did not know that my great-grandma and great-great-grandma did spin yarn, but they did. And it seems that I am the only one relative of theirs that has tried spinning and stuck with spinning. I don't know if any of my other relatives have tried spinning. I can't say for a definite that they haven't, but as far as my knowledge goes, I am the only one. I am just beyond words and appreciation of the fact that I have this wheel. I keep looking at it several times a day and just being in awe over it being here. It is amazing. It has one wooden leg that is not original, but for me that just makes it a little bit part of the history. Everything else is original and everything else is intact, and it is just amazing. It just it misses a couple of leather thingies here and there, and a leader or whatever it's called that goes around the wheel that, you know, drives it. I'm having so much wonderful, amazing help from Christine, who has the storybook fibers, both on online and Instagram. She's just this avid, amazing spinner, and she's helping me so much. And yeah, fun fact. If you've been with this podcast for a while, you know I lived a place a little south of Trondheim, which is in central Norway, and it's called Hovin, and this wheel is actually made there. But I'm not from there, I just lived there. I'm actually from a central Norwegian place called Rørvik, Vikna, which is neighboring with Norway, and that's where this wheel ended up. So it went from Hovin to Norway in the 1800s, maybe early 1900s at the latest. So I'm from Hovin, where I lived a few years ago, to Norway, where I'm actually from, well, my mom's from, and I lived both places, and it's just, there's a lot of connections in this wheel, and I just love it. Just, yeah, I may have teared up a little bit. And I received Christmas presents, but before then, the yarn that I purchased. So, January Mini Skein Club, Happy New Year from Little French Meadows, Midnight Fireworks, and A New Beginning. This is the last, I think, I will purchase from them. Not because I don't love their yarns, but I'm not buying more yarn in 2019. I purchased this club in 2018, so it doesn't count. These are the yarns for January. They always include a stitch marker or a progress keeper and some goodies. And the goodies are still in there because I'm not eating candy for 2019. I've also bought, if you've seen part 1 of this podcast, you know that I went to Garnbutik and Fortuna, and when I got home I ordered yarn from them. So I've never knit with this yarn before, but I have ordered a sweater quantity of Jameson's and Smith which is new to me yarn. And I ordered these two colors. White for the main color and the green for the pattern. I don't know yet which garment these will become, but they will be amazing together. They are 25 grams? Yeah, 25 grams and 115 meters or 125 yards. And this is color 1A and this is color 65. The last thing that I have to show you for this episode is yarn that I got, and I got this the 20th of December when Elias Skander and I went to visit Marit and Ellen of the Fortuna podcast and yarn shop. And their saying is, yarn is the life's topping, or topping off the life. They don't just have a podcast and this amazing yarn shop with yarns like Jameson and Smith and hand-dyed yarns, and they just have so much, and I will link their online shop. It's in Norwegian, but they do carry hand-dyed yarns from dyers outside of Norway. They also have Garnsud, which is this amazing yarn brand in Norway, hand-dyed by, well, I'm not going to go into it, but it's amazing. You will find yarns in there that you can't really find in other yarn shops, like Rauma Finull, Rauma Lammull, and Dale, and all that. Besides all the amazing yarns that they have and offer, not only in their shop but also online to Norwegian knitters, and I'm not sure if they ship to other Scandinavian countries, but if you're interested and send them a message, you can find out. But they also dye their own yarn, and I was standing there saying to myself, I can't choose. It's also pretty. I don't know how to do this. And I was saying to myself, I need one hand. So of course I have to. Garnbutikken Fortuna hand-dyed yarn. Oh, it is so beautiful. And as you can see, I plan to use them together. I don't know for what yet, but it will be a shawl. I think maybe a shawl. This one is from the laboratory. I think that's one of the kind yarns they said. Correct me down below if I'm wrong, ladies. And you're watching, of course. This is 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon, 100 grams, 365 meters. And the sun is completely messing up my podcast today. Anyway, it's just, yeah, I love it. I love it. And they do sell their own hand-dyed on the website as well, just in case you like what you see and you can't go visit them. You can grab their hand-dyed yarns on their website. So this is 100 grams superwash merino and 100 grams superwash merino. Yes, it is. And it's 300 meters. And they are just so gorgeous. And I can't wait to use them sometime in 2019. I have some more incoming goodies, and they are all gifts. So, Ina, that I have already mentioned, well, in the previous part of this episode, if you watched that, from the Ina Knits podcast, gifted me for Christmas. I'm gonna show you the yarn first. Husfriden Salbu garn. If you watch her podcast, you will have seen this packages before. She's showcased them there. This is the original, let's see here, original Selbu pattern on ladies' mittens, the way it is knit in Selbu for over 150 years. And I'm translating on the go here, by the way. The yarn following, the yarn included is the very special 3-ply Selbu yarn in 100% pure wool. She gifted me the set, so I can knit myself an original pair of Selbu mittens. And to follow on that, she also gifted me a pair of mini Selby mittens. How adorable are these? Look at those tiny little thumbs. This is crazy. This has got to be knit on either 2mm or less. And I can barely get it on my little finger. Let's see here. Look! Oh my god! That is just amazing. It says Selby right there. They are adorable. Maybe I should have them as earrings. Oh, they are so cute. So cute. And I'm gonna put them into there so that I have them with me when I actually knit them. The original pair, that is. Winter in Norway sadly is very long, so I have plenty of time to do that. In the yarn advent calendar that I was gifted by the dyer herself, Fjord Fibers, day number, I'm not going to show you all the advent minis. You can go to my Instagram profile for that, because I've showcased one picture of each calendar combined. This is Fjord Fibers. Oh, having some, I'm just gonna hold it here. This is day 24. It has a progress keeper of a gingerbread man, a pattern that I will show you after, and 100 grams of gingerbread man colorway. It's just amazing. She is so talented. The pattern included for that day, and that sock skein, it's sock yarn, is Fjordum. Fjordum. It's the Latin word for fjord. And that is the pattern. It's designed by Stitches and Joy. And you can find them on Instagram under the hashtags Fjordum Socks and Stitches and Joy's Designs. And I will put that on the screen. So if you want to, you can go check it out. I really recommend you to go check out Lilli of Fjord Fibers. She dyes on 50-gram hanks as well. So if you just want to try it, you know. This base is Trollfjord, which is 80% wool. Some of it is Norwegian and 20% polyester. It is 100 grams, 2-ply, 350 meters, and it is amazing. I have a couple of socks knit up in this, and it's not going to be the last. Just put that out there. Okay, so in the surprise advent calendar from Shauna of the Shauna Stitches podcast, hello, she gifted me for day 25. So I celebrate the 24th. In Norway, we celebrate the 24th. And in America and the United Kingdom, they celebrate the 25th. So I had 2 presents for the 25th. I got 2 Christmas mornings. It's not a common tradition in Norway opening your gifts on the morning of the 24th, which is what I do when I celebrate alone, which I did last year. And please don't feel sorry for me. I'm okay with celebrating alone. I know some people aren't, but I really am. For day 25, she included this beautiful non-superwash yarn from Tiny Human Knits. And it just screams summer to me, don't you think? This screams summer. Absolutely love it. It is the colorway Warren. And Americans do yards, so 328 yards. It's 100 grams sport weight, and 80% merino and 20% nylon, non-superwash. Yes. And the second person that gifted me a present for day 25 is Ali of Little Drops of Wonderful. She and I do swaps, and I've talked about this in length, but in case you don't know, we swap advent calendars. So we gather all the scraps for the year and we wrap up X amount of grams for regular days, X amount of grams for Sundays, and something extra for, you know, the 25th, which is her Christmas day. And this is her gift to me on the 25th, and we always agree on 25 grams. However, she gifted me the whole hang of 100, and I am just so amazed that she gifted me this. Ali is not, I'm gonna say not yet, hoping she will do something about this in the future, a yarn dyer. Every time she dyes yarn just for fun, it comes out amazing. This woman is so talented at everything that she does that is craft related, probably everything else in her life as well, because she's just brilliant. She's just this huge inspiration to me, and just it has silver sparkles in there. Look at her. This is called Flowers in the Snow, and it's hand dyed by her, and she calls it Dudgy yarn. Everything she does, she calls Dudgy. She sews beautiful bags. She calls them Dudgy just because they're not 100% perfect. I think they are, and I think the yarn is perfect. So for her to call it Dudgy just makes it fun. It's a 75%, 20% superwash merino and nylon, and then it has 5% lyrics, and it is no, it's not 500 meters, it's 400 meters and 100 grams. I don't know what this will be, but it will be something super precious. And then I was thinking, okay, so I need this box for my Christmas socks, which is an idea that I shamelessly copied. I do that these days. I shamelessly copy things that I think is a good idea. If it is a good idea, I don't know. But Amy of Stranded Dye Works and the Stranded podcast has on several occasions mentioned that she would like a 20... How many is it? X amount of Christmas socks. 23, 24, 25. Probably running from the 1st of December and out until Christmas. However, I thought, okay, I can do that. That's amazing. But I don't want to go Christmas without Christmas socks. So because I celebrate Advent. Well, I don't celebrate. I just decorate for Advent and do all the Christmas preps from December 1st and up until Christmas. So I have the old tradition Advent in my home, which is something that you will know if you have watched any of my Vlogmas videos, which I've done 3 years running now. I was back to the box. I was thinking I need a box for that, and I think that Amy has this most amazing box for the socks, but I think it's a little dark, and I can't find for the life of me any type of these boxes from any European sellers on Etsy, on eBay, or on Amazon. So I was just contemplating making my own box. And then this Christmas, the Christmas gift from Emilia, who is my bestie, she hosts the Arctic Yarns podcast and dyes the Arctic yarns and works in a yarn shop and designs the most amazing and beautiful colorwork patterns. She just does it all. I talk to her every day almost, and I still don't know how she does it. So her gift came in this box. All of a sudden, box problem solved, so yay! And inside the box is her gift. She knows that I prefer Røma Lammull to Røma Finull. Is this a PT2? No, this is not a PT. I don't care for people starting to put things together and just call it different things. I'm always going to call it Røma Finull and Røma Lammull. I don't care about the P's and the T's and the numbers. I just care about the yarn. Anyway, I love Roma lamellgarn, and she's included these two for me. Can you see? She knows me so well. So those are from her. And she included in this little box, in the same, some spinning fiber. She included a lot of other small goodies in there as well, but I'm just going to show you the yarn and the fiber. So you've seen the yarn, and the fiber is carte de bond, which basically means that it's prepped, and it comes in a long band like that all over here. It's 102 grams. Holumgård, I think. My favorite sheep breed, without a doubt, and yes, I have a favorite sheep breed, is Gammel Norsk Spælsau. I just love this breed, and I think their wool, I know a lot of people say that they think that this fiber is a little bit on the rough side. I don't get that. I think it's, seriously, I could fall asleep on this. It is so soft. It is a local fiber from my favorite sheep, and it is just amazing. And of course it's and I'm just now seeing this. It's non-superwash, and it's wool from spoiled sheep. So I'm guessing that the sheep who wears this fleece are are having the time of their lives. That's it for this part of the Incoming Goodies podcast extra. There won't be a whole lot of more incoming goodies for 2019, just because I'm not buying any more yarn. I may occasions grab a knitting book or a knitting anything related to knitting and showcase it in the regular podcast whenever I upload those. Hit the like button and make sure to subscribe before you leave so that you will be updated when I upload a video. And to be sure that you're updated, make sure that you also hit that bell icon next to the subscribed button. Until the next regular podcast, I hope that you are having a wonderful time. Make sure to tell the ones you love that you love them. Be kind, be good, and I will see you back here whenever I have something to show you. Bye!